Well, hello. Here I am. Hope everyone's all good. It's Thursday night live here from the Scout Hall. Just had a quick dinner break. We've got pigs under blankets tonight. Very random sandwich. There we go. And don't worry, I've got a brew. So hope everyone is all good. But firstly, let's find out where is wrong button. It's going to be a Thursday night live when it all goes a bit wrong. So let's find out, where are you all tuning in from? We've got Kai tuning in. Hi Kai, how you doing? Howard's tuning in from across the pond. 1:30 here. It is just 6:30 in the evening here. Derek's in the house. Good evening, Derek. So let's find out where you're all doing. Cheryl's tuning in. Hey Cheryl, how you doing? It's all good. Lots of things happening this week. It's been one of those really cool weeks where it's just been feeling rather cool and rather exciting. I've got a new camera, so I'm kind of looking down here at my screen where my camera is up here. So don't think I'm rude when I should be looking straight, but I'm looking down. I've got a different setup tonight. Derek's tuning in from North London. Man, I hope the tubes are okay today. Aberdeenshire, it's Matt. How you doing, Matt? It's good to hear from you. It's been a very bizarre day today here in London with this tube strikes and this not working and that not running. So it's been one of those days. But for me, it's been a lovely day at the hospital. If you can have lovely, it's really bad, isn't it? When I say it's been a lovely day, it's not good if you're a patient and you have an operation. But for me, it's been all good. Simon, hey Mark, how you doing? Tuning in from Market in Harbour. Lovely. Leah's in the house, calling in from Somerset. Dan is here. Mandy from Reading. How you doing, everyone? It's all good. So what's happening on the show tonight? Well, we're discussing the all members call that happened yesterday. Thank you very much to Terry, who reminded me, who I quickly jumped on the call while taking my son to Beavers. I had my earphones on listening to it. And there was quite a lot of things happening on the all members call last night, if you've missed it. Harry from Didcot. How you doing, my friend? Didcot Railway. Love that place. Adam tuning in from Margate. Adam, good evening, mate. All members call. Lots of things were discussed. Wherever Ben does. I saw Ben last night at Beavers. It was music to my ears. Looking after those lovely blue ninjas. Yes. I'll say no more about Ben. Remember the 11th hour, the 11th day of the 11th month. Our group is doing our own Remembrance Sunday parade tonight. Beavers 3 Rowers included. Oh, nice, Harold. Actually, that reminds me. That's why I'm wearing the scarf tonight. This is actually, it's a few years old. I think it's 2009 that Scouts UK brought out the Remembrance badge scarf, and I've got a woggle. I'm not going to get too close. I need a shave, but I've got a really cool poppy woggle, and this is one of those scarves that I only kind of wear once or twice a year, so it's nice. I haven't helped with beavers. Claire, don't help with beavers. Don't help with beavers. Don't go there. And then we last week we were talking about the red squirrels and what nickname are we going to come up with. So we'll find out what nickname we'll be calling the red squirrels. Jeremy's tuning in from campsite in Gloucestershire. Jezza, how you doing, man? He is traveling around the UK in his camper van called Colin. So it's good to catch up with Jezza and his Facebook page, Colin the camper van, as him and his wife travel around the UK visiting lots of different places. So it's all cool around there. Matt. Alfie's in the house. How you doing, man? It's all good. All members call last night. It's quite interesting. A few little things that I picked up. If you own your own hall like we do here at my Scout group, the UK government, only in England, is giving away a £368 million grant. That's not to one group. That would be amazing if it was. But groups can apply for this grant up to 368 million and take a pot. And it's about renovating your hall, whether you're going to renovate like we're going to do. We're going to knock our toilet block down and put a disabled toilet in there. Maybe you want to build an extension to your Scout hut. Maybe you just want to lick a paint, roof panels, that kind of thing. So if you own your own building and you look after youth between 11 to 16, the UK government, the English government are giving away this grant that you can apply for. It's a pot of 368 million, and there's a whole lot of links on the Scout website if you want to apply to it. And interestingly enough, Gilwell Park, we're talking about that they have fundraising, full-time fundraising people that can help you fill out that grant. So if you are like me, the GSL of your Scout group, look into that, and you could be renovating. We're going to definitely get our toilets done. So having this grant would be absolutely amazing. That's cool. Oh, I've got to say, Jeremy and Lisa and Monty the dog in Colin the camper van. Monty, woof woof. Let's call the Little Red Devils. No, because Little Red Devils is associated with Manchester United Football Club. And even though I'm not a footy fan, I know that Little Red Devils are Man United, so we can't do that. Angie's asking, Jezza, where in Gloucestershire are you? Leo's asking, presuming that's not for one group. What, £368 million? That would be amazing. You could do a whole lot. No, it's for English grant that you can apply for up to that pot. So if you're trying to get £10,000, or I don't think there's a minimum. I don't think there's a maximum. It didn't say in the all members call, but that'd be quite cool. The grant was only available if you're in certain postcode areas. That's right, Dan. But on the website, it will tell you where you are available to apply. So if you're thinking about it, just have a look, put in your postcode and see if you're available. So that'll be quite cool. Chill, hi Mark. Claydon, Suffolk, nice. Red Knits to Matt, we can't call the squirrels red knits. We can't do that. Jeremy saying he's in between Gloucestershire and Cheltenham. Cool. So all members call last night as well, talking about the grants, some things that I picked up on. In fact, it was a social post, media post today I saw, in fact, as well. It's about just cost of living. And there was an all members call a few weeks ago that I didn't get onto because I was working, but I started to take some notes last night, and they were talking about not just looking at Scouts, like how much does it cost, like membership wise, but full uniform. Should we expect every week our youth members to come in a top, trousers, trainers? What about if they can't afford it? Maybe, a group, when I did my vlog about why my scout leader doesn't wear his uniform, people are talking about group hoodies, group t-shirts and stuff like that. That's brilliant if you can, if your families can afford it, but maybe you're in part of the UK or anywhere in the world who can't, but you think that it's okay for your youth members or your leaders to wear a group hoodie. So we need to start thinking about that. We're talking about the cost of membership from Scouts. We're talking about camp fees, activities. All these things are start mounting up. So that was a really interesting thing on the all members call last night. That just made me kind of think about how much are we charging, and have I actively told our parents that we have a hardship fund and how to go about it? So that'd be quite cool. Can we not ask the leaders to give to the troop? That's not what I want to do. Can we not ask for the leavers to give to the troop? Are you asking, so when a scout gets old and they move on to explorers, that they donate their uniform, or, beavers and cubs, once they move up the sections, donate their uniform? Is that what you're referring to, Matt? Because that's what we try and do here in my scout group. Leah saying often uniforms can be passed down our group. I got my young leader's shirt down from one of our current leaders from when he was my age. We have a few in store. Yeah, we do. That's the same. Actually, I moved them downstairs. We've got one of these kind of bag boxes up here that has old uniforms, shirts, trousers and stuff. So we remind people like that as well. Matt, waterproofs they've grown out of. Yeah, absolutely brilliant idea. I didn't think of kit. That's a awesome idea. Shirts. Yep. Adam saying I passed my kids' uniform to others when they moved up. Yep. Brilliant. Actually, just talking about this, I was asked a couple of weeks ago, and I just completely forgot all about it, about recycling badges. I think I briefly mentioned it on one live stream about when your young people move up from beavers to cubs to scouts to explorers, and you invest them. Do you give new badges to them, or do you tell them to take the badges off their shirt and then just put them on their new uniform, cub uniform, scout uniform, whatever? Or do you give them a brand new membership, district, name tag, county badge, that kind of thing? What do you do? So I was asked that a few weeks ago, and it got me kind of thinking. Jeremy saying, I've changed my stance to uniform. Scarf necker is good enough for each week, particularly relevant at the moment with remembrance parades. It's more important that young people are there. Absolutely, Jeremy. It's a thing that I've been ranting about years and years and years. I talked about it last week. I don't know if you saw the stream last week, Jeremy, but we were talking about scouts actually wearing coats to remembrance parade. I did a vlog about it a few years ago. In fact, I got a load of POR involved. Spoke to Gilwell Park, and they encourage young people and leaders to wear uniform, not to layer up like I'm wearing tonight, but wear a coat. If it's raining, if it's cold, put a coat on, put a hat on. And when you do your 2 minutes silence, take your hat off and just pay a little bit of respect for that. Yes, we are a uniform organization, but yeah, just use a bit of brain sense when it's cold, wet. You know what I mean? We're not the RAF. We're not the army. We're not cadets marching down. We're a youth organization, and we should be looking after those youth. That was in my vlog and rant last week. Let's just see who gives out new badges. Matt is saying that he gives new badges to his sections. He doesn't recycle them. Simon is saying, I give new badges when I invest my scouts, as they do pay for them. Yeah. Jeremy saying, I used to be really harsh on wearing uniform and smart shoes, etc. No, I think, Jeremy, I am. It depends if you're talking about at parade or scout weekly meetings. Which one are you referring to? Just so I know which direction we're going to go, because I have two different views about those. Justin saying membership district tape and new, all rest transfer. But why? Why do you give new membership badge, district tape, these badges to your section? Why don't you just ask them to take them off their old uniform and recycle them, unless those badges are looking a bit worse for wear? It got me thinking, because I give new badges out, but the club leader from another group asked me, do I recycle them? And it really got me thinking. Harry is saying, we get them to move uniforms. They have to with the stage badges anyway. Obviously, if they get damaged or lost in the switch, we'll hand out new ones. Yeah, absolutely. I understand. Derek saying we give out new badges. Dan, we give out new district, county, world measurement and tape. Gustavo's in the house. Hey, Gustavo, hola, tudo bem? Harold is saying hardship fund here in Canada is called No One Left Behind. Only expert I have had is a family that needed it, was too proud to apply. And now I did apply for them for a vacation to Australia at Christmas. It is really awkward, isn't it? If there's a family that you know is struggling, or maybe you don't know, and then they're not attending camps or activities or something, and you've got to kind of speak to them. It is really, really hard. And I understand that applying for a hardship fund is really difficult, but it got me thinking on the all members call last night about how we speak to adults and families about applying for hardship funds. Do we advertise it? Do we speak to them? I've got 2 cubs at the moment the families have asked if we can apply for hardship fund. No problem, no questions asked. And that goes for leaders as well. David saying, nice to have fresh looking badges. What I mean is, like, these are on my on my shirt. They're okay. They're not looking tatty or anything. But after a few years, we can replace them. It's not a problem. But why do you have to give fresh new badges? Why can't we recycle those badges? It's a really good, interesting debate, and I think we're never going to get there, like a definition, yes or no, because I thought where they're looking a bit rough. Absolutely, I understand. Leo, I kept my membership tape district stage occasional from going from scouts to young leader. We keep them all through the sections unless they are messy looking. Nice. Jeremy's saying all the time, I would prefer them to be in uniform, but totally understand if they can't afford. So Jeremy, yeah, I'm kind of the same. A little bit more relaxed at meetings if they don't come in shoes. Tonight I'm wearing trainers, it's just comfy, but I'm here in my shirt, my trousers, and my scarf, and that's what I expect the scouts to come in. Do they or should they wear official scout trousers? No, they're really expensive. They're not the nicest. They're not as flexible. You know, you can go and get cheaper navy trousers, combat trousers down in Primark, Tesco's, as there's other supermarkets are available. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think the trousers have to be 100% scout store. But parade is a bit different, you know. But I'd rather that young person be at parade, then worry about that they haven't got a uniform. Just looking smart. Don't want them to come in jeans and t-shirt. That's the other thing. Nick, how you doing, man? It's all good. Harry, weekly meetings, we just wear scout shirt and necker. Then they can wear what they like within the course of reason. Parade, they will be asked to wear smart school shoes, skirt plus shoes. Cool. Surely badges should go on blanket, new tapes, badges. But why? Why should we give out new badges? If there's nothing wrong with those badges that they've been wearing in Cubs and they move to Scouts, they're not tatty or whatever. Why? Let's think about recycling. You know, we were talking about on the all members call last night about how much money the badges cost, how many they order. I think the badges are okay. You know, if they are looking rough and messy, yeah, replace them. But overall, I think we should, I don't know. It's a real hard, wasn't it? Dan saying weekly we ask them for a shirt, blouse, and scarf, not fussed about bottom halves or shoes. Yeah, exactly. Derek saying weekly meeting group polo for formal occasions, full uniform. Sustainability is the new buzzword. I don't think so, Harry. Maybe it's the current new buzzword, but in the hospital we've been using it for many years. You know, we recycle a lot of plastic in the operating theatre. We do a lot of recycling. We've looked at our waste management as well. So sustainability, a word I can't say at the moment. Maybe it is a new buzzword. I don't know, but I think it's something that we should try and do our best, you know. We've got two chats going on at the same time, so let's try and stay up with it, guys. It's going to be a complicated one tonight. Uniform from Ramrod State. I wear a large shirt normally. My uniform and shirt is 3. Quilted jacket fits nicely underneath. No one's tighter than the Scout, but I have been in a kilt almost every day since March 2020. And you're in Canada. Love it. But it's all about health and safety. If it's raining and cold, keep the people warm, you know? I don't know. It's a real hard one, isn't it? Right, what are we going back to? We are talking about, could activity trousers be made more appealing? Zip off legs for the warmer months. Yeah, Justin, it's like my camping trousers. All of them have a zip off to turn them into to shorts. So maybe we can. And they were talking about that. And I do know off the record about the redesign of the Scout uniform. I kind of know people who are involved in it, and I have been asked my opinions. Claire saying, I think reusing badges, moving them unless they look terrible is good. Don't the Beavers Club Scouts do badges about the environment? They do. Scouts is an environmental badge. I don't know. I really don't know what the answer is. Right, now we're going to flip back to parade. This is love it. I love it, this one. Surely it's welfare before uniform parades. Yes, I get it, Leah, and I'm 100%. And even in my district, we had an email go around just a few days ago asking about making sure people wear full uniform and coats, bring them with them but don't wear them. And there was a whole load of emails going around, and I was like, guys, come on, this is just absolutely ludicrous. And that's in my own district that we're arguing about whether young people should wear coats. Velcro backed badges. No, Matt, we're not going to do no. That's a bit like iron-on badges as well. We don't go down that route. Keep the kids in the middle of the crowd warmer. Yeah, but then they can't see. As a group, we are quite lucky and have lots of matching waterproof coats in all different sizes that get bought on parade. Lovely. Anyway, the badge police will arrest you for the unofficial Big Man in the Woods badge. No, Jeremy, you're absolutely incorrect on this one. 100% incorrect. Because there's two reasons. One, my Big Man in the Woods badge, this one is what Jeremy's referring to. My Big Man in the Woods badge, I've actually been given grant from the county commissioner to wear it. And this isn't my official Scout shirt. So this is what I wear kind of when I'm doing my vlogs. And I when I'm at Scouts on a weekly basis. I don't wear this shirt to parade. I don't have any of my year service badges on here. That's on my official badge. But yes, you can wear badges. I'm going to do a vlog on this, so don't spoil it. A badge police. I'm recording it this weekend. Thank you very much for the reminder, Jezza. About temporary badges. Yes, the temporary badges you can wear for up to 3 months. But if you get permission from your county commissioner, you can wear badges here for longer. And my county commissioner, Richard Williams, backs Big Man in the Woods, and I have been given the all clear to wear my Big Man in the Woods badge on my scout shirt. But as I say, I don't wear it on my parade shirt. Right, where are we? Back to the parade chat. Okay, in my district, we're not allowed to wear coats unless the weather is horrendous. Charlotte, that's absolutely rubbish. I nearly swore, because there's nothing in POR and Gilwell Park you can quote, you can send my vlog. There's nothing in POR that says you are not allowed to wear coats on parade. You can wear coats on parade. Think about the health and safety, well-being of the young people that you are looking after at the end of the day. We are a uniform organization, yes, but we don't march like the RAF, the Army, cadets, police, nothing like that. We're a youth organization. We should be looking after the youth. And if it's cold, yucky, wear your coat. What I do as a leader, I wear my coat. When we go off parading down the high street, I'll take my coat off. But while we're standing there during the ceremony, I'll put my coat on. I'll be standing there moving my legs, twiddling my toes. I don't want to get cold. I don't want to get cramp and then at the end of the day keeling over. Keep warm. Just use a bit of common sense. It's really, it just does my head in when people talk about not wearing coats on parade. It's just absolutely ludicrous. You are allowed to wear your coats, no matter what anybody says. There's nothing in POR that says it. Okay, so when your district says you're not allowed, you are allowed. You can fight it. Coats on with our group. Anyway. Laura's in the house. Good evening, Laura. How you doing? It's all good to see you. Lovely to see you. Dan saying, what's your take on this? Leader is an anti-religion, so won't go into the village hall for the remembrance service or memorial size. So we'll parade there and back and not go in the park during service. It's a hard one. And I'm trying to... Leader's anti-religion. But what's the religion and remembrance parade? Not sure. Dan, I don't know. I'm going to think about that one and I'll come back to that one because that's a real tricky one, isn't it? It's a real tricky one. Badge please would have a field day in my... yeah, exactly. Lots of it. Dan is saying, has told the youth members of the section they can go to do the same. So basically influence the young people with their beliefs. Yes. Sam, I'm good, my friend. Thank you very much. CJ mentioned last night in all members webinar, wear coats if needable. Exactly. It's not difficult. And it's one of the most popular vlogs that I've done over the years of doing Big Man in the Woods about allowing leaders and in particular young people wearing coats. All I would say is just if you're wearing a hat, woolly hat, fine. But when it comes to 2 minute silence, just take it off. Just a sign of respect. Oops, was in a page. Okay. Ange, I prefer to have a young person present at parade with a coat than not have them turn up because it's cold. Exactly, Ange. Spot on. Loving that answer. John, we put coats in the risk assessment against the hazard of young people getting cold and wet. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense if you're not wearing a coat, does it? Taking my squirrels on parade this weekend. I'm excited and scared at the same time. Very interesting risk assessment. Just nipping there just for the weather. Absolutely. So Sam, interesting about this because we had a district meeting and we have decided that it's up to the sections themselves, but we've just decided that we think that the parade, the members' parade, is an hour and a half long of just standing there for an hour and singing song, and even as a leader, it can drag on a little bit. But if you're there as a beaver age 6 for standing an hour and a half, listening to songs that you've never heard of, listening to people talk about this and talk about that, it's a real difficult one, isn't it? Of standing there for an hour and a half. And plus, you've got people all different heights. There's this one, that one. The beavers are at the front. Some are here. Some are getting round in. So we've decided in our district that the squirrels and beavers shouldn't come to Remembrance Parade. That's because we're standing out in the cold on the village green for so long. And it's just, yeah. But that's our take. That is our take of what's happening in our memory spray. Mine's gone blank there. So that's the end of Remembrance Parade and coats, all right? Because we talked about that last week. What I wanted to talk about was this kind of whole thing on Facebook, actually. Let me just bring this one thing up that I saw on Facebook today. And the comments have now been turned off on this, okay, on first Facebook. And my son has been told no trainers for Remembrance Parade. Thoughts? He doesn't actually own shoes at his school. It's quite laid back, so allowed to wear black leather trainers. Exactly in my kids' schools. My son doesn't own a pair of black shoes. He only owns a pair of black trainers. I just think it's absolutely ludicrous. Okay, we don't want people coming in high heels and luminous trainers or whatever, but if they've only got black trainers or black Wellington boots, let them arrive, you know. Surely it's better to have them there than not there at all, you know. Luckily, our room was inside, so we only have a 5-minute walk from Scout HQ to the village hall. So inside, warm seated. Oh, I'm so jealous. Our village hall, our village Remembrance Parade is just, yeah, it's freezing. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to talk about the shoes, and I think it's absolutely crazy that a leader has said that you have to wear shoes. No trainers allowed. I get that you don't want branded trainers and you don't want loud, luminous things and stuff, and you just want people looking smart. I get it. But like my son, like I said, he doesn't own shoes. He only wears black trainers to school. So surely they should be allowed to be there than not come with the right shoes. Do you know what I mean? It's just absolutely ludicrous. Right, next thing. We are talking about some new Bigger Man in the Woods branding coming out. I've got a new badge coming out that's going to be launched on my Etsy store in a few weeks' time. Hang on 2 seconds. I just got a little... need to descale the kettle. Yeah, so new branding is going to come from my new badges and stuff like that. Actually, let's just see. You got my view. Shoes are low priority, exactly. Dark trainers are totally fine. Yep. Leah saying I've told my scouts to be smart and be proud, to be a scout. Exactly. Dominic saying I won't be expecting my scouts to wear shoes as long as they've been comfortable and suitable footwear on is fine. Yeah. Totally. And I remember 1 year going and I was wearing shoes. I try and do my best to look smart. And I slipped because it's just muddy. And you just think, oh, man, it's just... A lot of the Clark boys' shoes look like trainers. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Mandy, I'm just thinking, yes. That's why we've got away in my boys' school. Right, so Big M's badges. I've ordered new badges are going to come out. I've got some new, these exact same brand, but I've run out of the Big Man in the Woods badge, camp blanket badges, so they'll be coming very soon. I've got a new badge that's just been launched, and today, check this bad boy out. Let's try and get it. I've got a new firelighting kit that's come. Look at that designed. This is my Scout Group scarf firelighting kit, and in there. This is what you'll get. Of course, you get pencil sharpener, some Vaseline, fire steel, put that on the side there, cotton wool, bag of cotton wool, some waterproof cotton wool. So you get cotton wool for your fire steel, but this one is waterproof. Let's just hold that up to the camera, work that one out. Waterproof cotton wool. Whoop. So that's what you get. Bag of silver birch, some fat wood, and some Big Man in the Woods waterproof firelighters. So I'm going to be bringing that out. And it comes in this really cool sticker tin. Look at that. Love it. So I'm going to be bringing it out for Christmas. How much would... people pay for this? Because there's loads and loads of different prices. That's my only problem, isn't it? There's loads of those kits. So, yeah, that's it, really. I'm just having a look. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I've got my firelighting kit. What else is we talking about? There's nothing really in scouting news. I was just looking at it before we came on. Isn't anything really too exciting? No. just refreshing my my screen. No, there's nothing really. No scouting news really. It's all a bit boring. I had to light our camp stove with a fire still today because the lighter didn't work. And as a Boy Scout, Jeremy, you got your fire still out using your technique that you learned from Bush Scout. Boom, got that fire going. Love it. Well done, Jeremy. See, you never know when you're going to need these skills, do you? You never know. What about down camp? So, Mark, it's a real hard one, isn't it? You know, I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. I really don't know much. And I don't know if it's a political thing, what Scout Gilwell Park are thinking about doing, what's their thoughts about it, why are they selling down camp? I don't know. I need to work out a little bit more. People have asked me to do some vlogs campaigning about saving it and stuff. I'm 100% up for that, but I don't know down campsite, and I haven't been there before. So I would like to, if you've got some information, you need some help, I'll support it. No other ways. Pioneering camp out this weekend with the Troop and Rusty in New York. Super excited. Love it. Beautiful. Tom, where do you get all your specific scouting news from? Just scouts on social media, or is there anything specific? I don't really. I just look on Twitter for Scouts UK, and if you go into Scouts website, they've got a tab called News. So if you just put in Scouts UK News, they've got a whole load of pages with all stuff that they're talking about, what they're launching and stuff, but nothing exact for news. But I talk a lot. I know a lot of people in Gilwell Park and people around, so I get different information fed to me in different ways. Some I'm allowed to talk openly in public, and some are still kept a bit hush-hush at the moment. Had a great couple of camps at Down. Was hoping to go back next year for spring camp, going to Eatonville instead now. I haven't been to Down campsite. Maybe I should. Maybe we should do a vlog and see what we can do there. So, a lot of people are asking what's happening at Scouts tonight. Well, what we've done is we're doing a bit of U-shape. We were talking about it last week. And the Scouts in their troop had to design some new badges, all right? So badges that haven't done, and we were going to try and make the vote for the best badge, and my county commissioner is going to come down in a few weeks' time, and we're going to kind of present these badge ideas to him, and then how you work for them, and then give them to Gilwell Park. So we've got the slingshot badge, loving that one. Of course, we've got a football badge, and you learn how to play football properly. So they learn about football, how 3 weeks to learn defense, second passing, dribbling. So, okay, fine, loving that one. We've got the Starlight badge. This one here, Starlight badge, so it's about constellations. And we've got a communication badge. We've already got it. We've got a discovery badge, so going out in nature, discovering new things. These badges I really like. I'm really liking these ones. So this is called the tree climbing badge. The tree climbing badge. So the tree climbing badge, you learn how to climb trees safely. I'm not sure how. Health and safety wise won't allow this, but you can climb trees without using ropes or harnesses. So like in the old school, you know, when we were kids, we used to climb up trees and nothing in the park. They're going to be able to teach you professionally how to climb up trees. So that's quite cool. And then we've got here, this is a coding badge. It's all about coding and Pythons, I think that says. Not sure what that is. So that's one of their badges. Adaptivity badge. This one is an adaptivity badge. This is a badge that represents Scouts' ability to adapt to their surroundings in the wilderness or in difficult situations. And this one is coasteering, when you jump off cliffs and stuff. You know, you dive off into the sea and rivers and stuff. So that's what they did last week. So we're going to work on those a bit more, and then vote for the best badge, and then maybe even get a mock-up of a badge. But tonight, what we're going to be doing, working on the U-shape, is that Tom is just saying, speaking of U-shape, do you have the youth commissioner in your district or anyone of your nature in that area? We do. That's Rob, and he's my beaver leader. So he gets involved in quite a lot. Python is coding language. Ah, thank you very much. So yeah, our youth commissioner is actually my Beaver leader. Matt saying Python is a coding language, good starting language for it, not a bad idea. Okay, cool. Right, so tonight, what the scouts can do, we're going to do Dragon's Den, all right? So they have a choice of 4 badges, all right? So they're going to split up into 2 troops, and they're going to pick one of these. So it's got Scout Fire Safety Badge, we've got the Scouts DIY Activity Badge, we've got Community Impact and Digital Citizenship, all right? So they're going to spend a bit of time as Dragons Den tonight pitching to me and Ray, my other scout leader, of why they want to do this particular badge for next term. And they're going to have to tell us what they want to do. They're going to pitch it with ideas. Maybe we're going to do some visits, that kind of thing. That's part 1 of tonight's badge. And then the second part of U-Shape tonight is that we're going to split them up into troops. And each troop over the next 3 weeks will run a whole scout night on 1 badge. So, you know, say the Eagles pick, I don't know, I'm just looking at this one. Say they want to do fire safety, okay? So for 1 week, they'll run the whole night. Flag break, games, badge work, maybe a game at the end. So they'll run it to achieve that badge. Then the second week, the next Hawks will do their badge. The third week, Panthers will do their badge. And it's just getting the scouts more youth shaped, and they're going to be running their own section. So badge work, games, if they need to source resources, they're going to have to do that kind of thing. It'll be really good. Excuse me. We just started the fire safety badge, half online, half at night. Awesome. And with our fire safety map, we go to the local fire station and they show us around, and they've got a house in the fire station that's got a whole load of hazards and stuff, and they walk around. So there's like candles on top of tellies, and there's a cigarette and matches and stuff, and they walk around this mock house trying to find fire, dangerous fire things and stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Karen saying, we did U-Shape earlier this month in troop, and the scouts debated which of the Million Hands theme they wanted to support. Community stage badge. First session next week on wind turbines. Lovely. And I think in 2 or 3 weeks, it's or is it next week? I can't remember. It's Parliament Week as well. So we'll be doing Parliament Week. We'll be debating whatever. You know, we've done in the past, we've debated about racism in sport. We have debated about women's rights. We've debated about what laws they would like to see in the future. Last year, we debated about plastic, and the scouts were, you know, talking about plastic, how much plastic it is, and Lego. And I was saying, you know, the Lego I had as a kid is now the Lego that my kids play with. So, you know, Lego is amazing. It is plastic, but it's durable. So we've been doing that. So it's really cool. Leo is saying the scouts did their fire safety badge last week, was watching video, quick game, planning a fire escape route. And the second week, they got to do the fire station for tour. Ah, the fire station tour. Love it. So yeah, that's what we're doing at Scouts tonight. We're doing a bit of a Dragon's Den of the scouts pitching why they should do particular badges or whatever. So that'll be quite cool. Right, it is 7:10. I've got to go downstairs to go meet a new leader. She's actually a police lady, who's moved into the area and wants to join Scouts as a leader. So I've got to go and meet her in a couple of minutes' time. So, guys, I will see you next Thursday. Have a great week, whatever you're doing. If you're at Remembrance Parade this Sunday, send some photos. If you're on Instagram, tag me, and I'd love to see your parade photos. And again, if you're going to Freezer Camp at Packard in February, let me know, because I'm trying to make a Big Man in the Woods village where we all camp together. So, guys, have a great week, and I will see you next Thursday. I'm desperate for a cup of tea. Guys, have a great week. Bye-bye.